Hi guys, got a technique that has absolutely increased my income, put joint venture deals together, business partnerships together, and even sold product for me. I'm going to show it to you. It's how do you deal with the objection of the price is too high, or it's just too much, or the joint venture partnership I want more of a percentage. Or if you're selling a coaching program and they say, well, that's too much. How do you deal with these things? There's a line that has worked so beautifully so many times for me is this: how much too much is it? The thing is, you want to ask the question and find out the smaller number and negotiate on that. I'll give you examples. First, if you're trying to rent a condo even. Tenant shows up and says, $1,000, that's too high for me. I don't want this place, it's $1,000. Well, you say, how much too much is it? Then the tenant or the potential tenant could say, well, this looks like $950. I'd probably pay $950, but that's it. You have just landed the deal by using those words. You can sign that contract right now. You go right into confirmation. If you don't want to negotiate anything, you say, okay, great, here's the paperwork. Let's get this application together. At $950, you'll take the deal, so it's confirmation. You're not closing a sale or doing some kind of tricky technique. You've asked them. They've told you exactly what they're going to rent it for. You sign the deal. Or you negotiate it. If you don't want $950, that's too low for you, then negotiate on the $50 difference. Don't negotiate on the $1,000 or the $900 or that sounds so scary, but $50? You could ask them how many coffees they drink. I know that's cliche, but it works. How many coffees? That's like, 10 lattes. What if you backed off 5 lattes and paid $25 more? Now you're breaking it down to even $5. See, now you can negotiate it even smaller. All because of how much too much. What if you're trying to put a business deal together, or a joint venture, or even trying to put just a partnership together, and the partnership says, I'm not comfortable. You want 50%? That is way too high. Now, at that point, it gets a little uncomfortable. Or you've mastered the words, and you say, how much too much is this joint venture percentage for you? The guy would probably say, well, if it was more like 60%, I'd take the deal. See, at that point, you've just landed a joint venture partner. You've just connected a relationship that's going to invest with you, or a business partner that's going to come on board, by just asking how much too much. Now, the second thing it does is it gives you room to negotiate, but you don't negotiate on the percentage, on the big percentage, 50s and 60s. You negotiate on the 5 and 10% difference you have. Then there's different ways you communicate with him and say, look, it's only 10%. Why don't we go halfway? Why don't you give me 8 or 9%? You negotiate on smaller numbers. It's 10 times easier than negotiating on huge numbers. So the thing is, how much too much is a beautiful technique, and it's easy. It's easy to do. You don't have to be some crazy sales professional or professionally trained in negotiations. You just ask the question. You get the deal, or you negotiate on the small number. So how much too much? How much too much? It's amazing what those words will do. Try it out.